We're gonna start with our feet, lifting up the toes. This is gonna be a lot of vertical cardio Pilates kind of style stuff tonight, but we're lifting up the toes, pressing through the heels. And we're gonna start waking up the tops of our feet and the front of our shins by doing this, keeping the ball of the foot down, keeping the heel down. Now curl those toes in and under. Whether you've got carpet, a yoga mat, flat floors, just curl the toes in and under. If you need to soften the knees to get it, check with your balance. 4, 3, 2, and now bring the heels a little closer. Right foot, toes in and out. So the toes forward, side, forward, side. Now it's so easy to get the whole body moving, but let's try and focus on this internal, external rotation of your thigh in your hip joint. 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Left foot out and forward. Thinking about how this movement affects the core for stability and balance, but keep that heel pressing down. Side, front, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's bring those toes in, heels out. We're gonna lift up into some calf raises, heel raises. But it's an awkward stance, so don't worry about going all the way up or all the way down. Find a place where you can find that space of balance. 5, 4, 3, 2, and heels in, toes out. Press it back up, calf raises, squeezing up and down. Now you can go slow and steady, or pulse it up and down. Find the rhythm and tempo that feels good in your body, but still find that challenge, find that little extra edge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and whoo-hoo. Take the legs out a little wider. Sorry, my calves were kind of on fire, so they made a funny noise. We're gonna still do calves, but we're gonna alternate. Shift your weight all the way into the right heel by lifting up your left heel, and then we shift over. And you can speed it up just a little bit. Move your whole body. Don't just move the legs. The whole body shifts. And this whole body shift left to right is going to start waking up the core and all the little muscles along the spine and around for balance. Because our body actually does not like to fall down, so it tries to protect us. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and good news, we're giving those calves a little bit of a break, but we're gonna keep the feet wide. We're just gonna rock a little forward and back. Using our feet, we don't have to lift up high, but it is a little lift up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, whoop, and release it down. Heels in, toes out, just a little bit of an angle, and we're not using the calves. Don't worry, we're gonna just go for little knee plie dips. And a lot of times in Pilates, we like to use exhale on exertion, but ultimately, just keep breathing. Now I want you to stay a bit into this little dip, this little squat, and I want you to take little pulses and lean it left to right. Shifting your weight, shifting left to right, teaching your body how to adapt, how to react, how to respond, and also hopefully have a little fun, because sometimes this feels really silly and dorky. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and toes forward. Now shifting into a little bit more classical moves. Right foot down, left leg to the side. We're not leaning away, we're not leaning in. We're just pulling up nice and tall through the crown of our head, and little pulse to the side. I will go back to option 1. Just a little step in and out. Option 2, little pulse really close to the ground. Option 3, it's the kick up. You kick as high as range of motion allows without shifting your body. Hands on belly or out to the side. kind of figure out what your body can do to support stability. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take the leg in front, straight leg. Make sure the hips are parallel. You're not hiking up or drooping down. Hips stay parallel, straight leg, kick it up. Now sometimes I will see people doing this, bending at the knee, but for this, we're really focusing on the whole leg, using exhales. We're not arching or moving arching our back or moving any other part of our body. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Whew. Standing leg is staying high. Other side. Option 1, step it in and out. Option 2, low tap. Option 3, join me for the high kick. Lateral leg raises. Woo! I'm leaning a little bit because this is my tender hip, but I'm trying not to tilt just because the leg goes higher. So it's not one of these weird movements where I might get motion sick. It's just the leg kicking up and out to the side. Using your breath, using your exhale. Draw it up. Use your breath. Stay with me a little longer. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those toes forward, nice and tall. Balance those hips out. And you could do a smaller option, just stepping it forward and back. Or a little toe tap down. I should have said this on the other side. Or where we're really going is this exhale. Kicking the whole leg up, not bending at the knee. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's bring that leg in. And right away, we're gonna go into just a little hip, heel march. Move the hips left to right. Make this your own little dance. You can keep it low or take it up and to the side. Woo! Keeping an eye on balance. And left to right, left to right. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to shift the weight back onto the right. This time we're going to bring the left foot behind and point the knee to the side. So side view, I am here. I'm not bending that knee forward, it's out to the side and my foot is right behind the calf. And I'll again show you both views. We're just kicking back. Now, what we're not doing is just flinging the ankle. The whole leg squeezes back with the thigh. Focusing on all of the outside of the hip flexors, the hips, the glutes. Don't just fling the ankle. You can totally see the difference if I'm just moving the ankle. The whole thigh moves back. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, we're going to take the leg to the side. Option 1, it's a step across. Option 1 is this one. Option 2 is a little kick across and step. Kick and step. And when you kick, flex the foot. Option 3, out to the side and forward. Side, forward. Check in with your balance, core, stability. And you can make it a smaller kick and still challenge yourself. I don't know about you, but my standing leg is getting awfully cranky. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, good news, that side's done. Bad news, you got 2 sides. So same thing, left foot down, right leg, bring it behind, Now, side view again, the whole thigh moves back, not just from the ankle. We lean forward enough so that we're not pushing into our lower back. We kick back. And you'll see this view, I'm not just flinging my ankle, the whole thigh squeezes up and back. Staying nice and tall, pulling up through the crown of your head. Hands can do really whatever they need to for balance. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and now let's take the leg to the side. Option 1, I know, right? Standing leg. Option 1, just a little step across. Option 2 is step and kick, or tap, kick. Option 3, don't let the foot touch the ground. Kick it to the side and across. Kick and across. Woo. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. How's that standing leg? Of course, if you need to fix your pants, that's also an option. Now we're going to go back into the hip heel march, except this time we're going to add a double tap. Just a double tap, left to right. Working our way up the body. We're going to grab some of our equipment soon, but I really wanted to focus on finding that balance, that grounding with your own body weight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Shake it out if you want to or need to. We're going to work our way up through the hips and the core. My favorite move, if you've done this class before, because you're going to lock your arms. It's the lock and load twist. Nice and tall through the spine, but not the shoulders. And we twist and wiggle. Don't worry about what wiggles and what shakes. The idea is to lock and load. Feel this even in your tricep as you create your own resistance. Nice and tall. Keep breathing as fast or as steady as you can. And 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, loosen it up. Give me some full-on twist wiggles. Get the arms up a little higher. We're still just kind of working through our whole body. The hands can do a little flailing. Just don't, hit pets or furniture. We're people, don't hit people. And 4, 3, 2, bring it in. Hands to your head, nice and tall. Have the feet hip distance apart, soften the knees. Give me a little bounce. Just a little bounce, making sure we stay tall through the spine. Another favorite of mine is a little reach and twist. But we're adding a little bounce. So when I bounce, I'm not turning my torso. I'm not twisting. I'm just moving through the ribs. And if you don't want to do the squat, you can just stay here. Squats are not mandatory for this particular exercise. Focusing on the ribs and the arm extensions. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. Hands to your thighs. The outside thighs, not the front, the sides. Side bend, but we're going to add some layers to this. First, just the side bends. Inhale and exhale, this lateral lean, left and right, and left and right. Now see if you can smooth out the edges so that it flows left to right. Making sure that it feels like we stay stuck between two panes of glass. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's bring it in. Give yourself a little shoulder shrug, and we're gonna let's grab our dumbbells first. We're gonna do, not our dumbbells, our dumbbells. Or dumbbells if you've got, I like to call mine the dumbbells. Small handheld weights, 2 pounds each. I love the ones filled with sands because it really feels good to grip. We're gonna stay with this side bend, but we're gonna add the layers next. So start off just getting used to the weight in your hands. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale and exhale up. So if this is feeling good, you can stay and keep doing these. There is no pressure to level up or level down. Listen to your body. Now we're gonna bend that right knee. Lift up the right heel. Still, just side and across. What we're not doing is moving the hips. It's still just a side bend. Now, where we get different, where we add a little extra layer, we're going to lean to the left, but we're gonna squat straight back. So it's a squat straight back and lean. The trick here, as you lean, is not to stick your bum up. You're going straight to the side. Inhale, exhale it up. And 4, 3, 2. And last one, last squat. Release the heel. Before we switch sides, palms back, lean forward just enough to feel length through your spine, and we tricep press it back. Keep shoulder blades drawing closer towards each other, and don't swing the arms. This is easier. Just a nice steady pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and reach it up before we switch sides. One more thing, tricep press with the balls or dumbbells straight up and down. If you want, add a little mini squat, just a little dip through the knees. As the palms come down, the knees bend, legs lengthen, arms come up overhead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Now, all of that, what we did on the other side, comes onto this side. Left knee bends. Option 1. Not letting my hips move, not letting your hips move. Inhale and exhale. Trying to keep our spine in a lateral lengthening bend versus a forward or back bend. Now we add the layer if we want. It's a lean, and as we lean to the right, it's a straight squat back, not shift. Straight squat, bring it up. Inhale, exhale, push up. Inhale and exhale to come up. Give me 4 more. And 2. I miscounted 3. Give me 1 more just for good fun. Last one to the right. Last one to the left. Now, if you've got the balls, give them a good ball smash. If you've got dumbbells, don't bash your fingers, but pause out at the side. If you got these nice Pilates balls. Give them a good bash. Lean left to right or stand on one foot. Right now the focus is the upper body. What we're doing is we're actually activating through the pectorals, across our chest, even biceps, triceps, and all your forearms are working hard here. Bring it up to shoulders. Don't arch your back. Pull tailbone slightly forward so that we stabilize shoulders over the hips. Now we go up to shoulders and down. Shoulders, down. Find a rhythm that works for you while challenging yourself. If you've got dumbbells, you could just come in, reach and forward, reach and down. If you've got the dumbbells. If you got the balls, I really encourage you to bash the heck out of them. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it shoulder height only. Make it small, nice steady rhythm, and resist the temptation to do one of these. Shoulders over hips. Now we're going to take the arms out to the side, palms up, ribs slide left to right. Try not to grip whatever weight you've got in your hands. Just let them rest in the palms of your hand. Side, side. Stay tall through the spine while lengthening and while reaching. I know, a lot of stuff to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's bring it in. Almost. Oh. Bicep curl it up and down. Just simple bicep curls, keeping the elbows tucked slightly back. Stay with me a little longer. We are going to make our way to the floor soon-ish. And 5, 4, 3, 2, halfway up. Take it to the side. Little pulse. Don't come all the way down. Keep those elbows tucked to your ribs. Just a little pulse. And ideally with the palms open so that you're not gripping the weight, but also make sure you're not at risk of dropping them onto your toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Roll the shoulders up and back. We're going to place the weight down. We are going to come to the floor. Let's grab our loop band. Our loop band is great because it adds resistance and we don't have to worry about tying knots and the knots coming undone. So for this one, we're going to place it around our wrist, but not right on the wrist. So bring it up slightly above where you might put your bracelet or your watch, so it's more on your forearms. You're going to come into a tabletop nice and flat. You're going to pull the belly button up off the floor and just a little pulse to the side. So I'm going to come side. Don't let those hips go behind the knees. Keep them in front and just a little pulse. In fact, if you really feel like challenging yourself, tuck your toes, float both knees, and try this pulse without tilting your whole body. So front view. Make sure that both knees are the same height. If you do float the knees up, just the right arm, pulse, straight arm, nothing else moves. 5, 4, 3, 2, and pause. Before we switch sides, we're going to come up, reach the arms up overhead. Now, if it hurts going on your knees, you can always sit down or stand up, but we drop the shoulder blades down and just a little pulse at the top. But we're not pulling through the elbows. Straight arm. Think about the shoulder blades doing all the work. And it doesn't even have to be a big movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Now the good news is we switch sides. What's the bad news? No, this is the good news. Make sure that those hips stay in front of the knees, not behind. Shoulders over the wrists, and we pulse left arm to the side. Don't stop me. Just a nice little pulse. Now, gonna come forward, keep going. We're almost there. Shoulders stay put. You're not lifting the whole body and doing a funky kneeling twerk. 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it back. Oh, I don't know about you, but I feel that. So we're gonna use it again around the feet, but first we're gonna come onto our forearms and onto our belly. So come all the way down, take a moment, forearms down, fists in line with your shoulders, elbows tucked in. I want you to shift the knees just slightly forward. So now your shoulders are in front of the elbows. Push into the ground and pull the belly button up off the floor. Push the floor away through the forearms. And then see if you can float above your kneecaps on the bottom spots, I can't talk today, above your knees. So this is your plank. Now you can add a little bit of an isometric hold by exhaling, drawing the navel in, pull the elbow towards your knees. Or not. You can tuck your toes, float it up into a full forearm plank. If you're here, you can even add a little shift forward and back. Or little wiggle, left to right. Don't go too high. Stay in this lower spot where your core really doesn't get a chance to have a break. You could even come up onto your hands. You can walk your plank. You can double walk it. Or drop to your knees. Just don't drop the belly where you're going into a back bend. Keep that belly pulling up off the floor. Staying in any type of plank position that you can today. If you find yourself feeling tired, find a different variation to change things up, but stay with me. Stay with me a little longer because I know you can. Don't forget to breathe because breathing's a thing. Oh, I'm definitely feeling these today. Stay with me for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Brief shift back into a child's pose just to release the wrists and stretch through your spine. Make sure you've got your band handy again. Gonna make sure I don't hit my head on the dumbbells. We're gonna place the band around our feet. So somewhere here. We're gonna heels down, knees bent, lift up tall. No slouching, and we don't have to lean back, but just lift tall. Lift up the left leg and push it forward and pull it up. Kick it forward and back. So I'm gonna switch legs so you can see what I'm doing. Pull up and kick. And we switch sides. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now bring those knees into your chest. Come all the way down to the ground. Whoop. Bring the legs up to the sky. Point the toes. Make sure the hips are feeling really solid on the ground. If you want a little extra support, you can always take a blanket or a towel, double it up, and put it underneath your back. Especially if you've got the yoga pants with like a zipper in the back, because it's not actually a yoga pant, it's a running pant. Now we're gonna pulse. Just a gentle pulse, take the toes to the side. Just a little pulse. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and bend the knees. Now we kick and we switch. Nice long kick and switch. So one knee draws in close, the other one takes nice and long. And you can make this movement smaller. And if you don't have a band, guess what? You can still do this movement. Kick and switch. Kick and switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that band up above the kneecaps. Bring the feet down to the ground. Have your feet hip distance apart. Exhale, lift up the hips. Make sure you're not overextending. Just get the booty off the ground, ladies and gents, if there's, any gents. We're going to pulse the knees slightly wide, just a little pulse. Using the exhale, using the band to help stabilize anything happening in the knee joint. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and release those hips down one vertebrae at a time. Exhale, bring those knees back up. Bring your big toes to touch. So I'm just going to show you the side of your big toes touching. We're just going to pulse the knees wide, but make sure those knees are not higher than the hips. So not resting on your belly. Keeping them a little bit lower. Pulse. Just a nice pulse. And for me, because my lower back is getting tired, it's wanting to droop. So I'm focusing on lifting up through the tailbone, through my butt cheeks actually. That helps my belly button press down into the ground. Just a little pulse. Pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we release. Take that band out. And from here, we're going to windshield wiper the knees, left to right. Adding another little movement. Draw the knees up. This is about a stretching, twist, strengthening, something or other. Again, press those knees lower or to the same height as the hips where possible. Exhale, shift your weight onto the right bum cheek. Get as low as you can without compromising or losing stability with your left shoulder. And exhale it back. And you can make this movement very small, literally just going a few inches each side, or take it lower. Inhale and exhale up. Add a little kick if you want with the top leg. And let's go for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees in, give yourself a hug. Rock a little side to side. And then bring your hands onto the knees. Draw the knees closer to the ribs. And circle the knees around and away from each other. And one of my favorites, don't ask me why, slide hands across your shins up to your hands. Keep the heels pressing to the sky. Keep the heels kind of flexed and the toes flexed, so you're not sickling at the ankles, and you're pressing your hips to the ground. And always have a little fun here. Wiggle a little left to right. Whoop. But a word of caution, if you get really enthusiastic, you end up falling over. And if you do, guess what? Just stay there. Take your time. Come back up. Take your legs out to the side. Fix shirt, pants, anything else that you need. Give yourself a little leg wiggle. Little leg wiggle. And then a little sway. Side to side, go for a little reach. you want, a little forward fold. Shake your head. Bring those heels in. Cobbler's pose, butterfly pose, whatever it's called. Bring your feet together and your knees out to the side. Give yourself a little bounce and a little bum cheek massage. And that was your Pilates Express class.